Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to be planting some pepper seeds. It's March and we are due to have our last frost end of April, and I do hope to plant my peppers out by the middle of May. So we are working on quite a bit of a timeline here. So I want to go ahead and get these peppers started so we can get them in the ground hopefully in a couple of months. My first seed that I'm going to sow today is a Golden Cow Wonder. So I will be planting 2 seeds in each hole. Let's bring you in a little bit closer. Okay, hopefully you guys can see. And I will be planting, again, like I said, 2 seeds per hole. I already have my trays labeled. And this is a Golden Cow Wonder. I did grow this last year. I had a bit of a mishap with bell peppers last year. I don't think a lot of them did well. And I think it was my seed starts that had a lot of the issues. I started them way too early. I started them in January. And January to May was a very long time to babysit peppers. Our next one here is gonna be YOLO Wonder. Yeah, so last year when I planted them, I started them in January. They did good for maybe about the first month. And then I would say probably about beginning of March, middle of March, somehow I got fungus gnats really, really bad. And I did get aphids as well, which was very crazy. So, yeah, I won't be starting seeds in January again. Our next seed on the list is our Coral Bell. This plant did very well for me last year. You only get 15 seeds in the pack. So for the Coral Bell, I will be planting 1 seed per hole. And I also will be planting some Coral Bell seeds that I saved from my harvest last year to see how well they do. And I have those labeled separately so I don't mix them up. So these are my Coral Bell seeds that I saved from last year's harvest. And I did save it from a ripe Coral Bell pepper, so it had fully turned its color. And for those, I will put 2 seeds in each hole, since I do have quite a bit of saved seeds. And we'll see how those do. Next on the list are the Jimmy Dardello peppers. These were very prolific last year. They're like a sweet frying pepper. I just like to eat them raw. They tasted so good raw. So that's the way I prepared them. My daughter loved them. I love them. I think pretty much everybody in the house liked this pepper. Kind of a thick-walled pepper to me. Not exceptionally thick, but it did have a little bit of a thicker wall on it. So that's the Jimmy Dardello. Next here, we have King of the North. King of the North is supposed to be a pepper that's geared towards cooler climates. So we are in zone 6A now. And I'm going to be planting one of those in each hole since I don't have that many seeds for the King of the North. But again, this seed is supposed to be geared towards cooler climates. So hopefully this year I'll have better luck with it than I did last year. New Mex Joe Parker is the next seed on my list. And honestly, I can't tell you much about this seed. I don't remember much of it last year, or if I even planted it. Well, I'm pretty sure I did plant it. But, yeah. I'm going to try it again this year. And see how well we do. So, 2 of those in each hole for those. And I'm only doing 1 row of 3 cells for that one. My eggplant, White Knight hybrid eggplant. So it is, like it says, a white eggplant variety. And yeah, I don't have very many seeds for that one at all. So we'll go ahead and plant those. And then next on my list is the Cubanelle. The Cubanelle was a great pepper. I do like to eat some of my peppers raw. I did preserve some last year as well. So the Cubanelle, yes, it did well for me last year. Next on the list, we have what I'm going to call the Home Depot pepper. So this was a pepper that I was shopping at Home Depot and I was in the garden section. And there just happened to be a pepper that had fell off a plant. And so, well, this pepper seed would have just gotten tossed anyway. So I was like, you know what? That's a pretty pepper. I want to grow this. So I did pick it up. I took out the seeds and I did dry them. So that is my Home Depot pepper. I believe it was an ornamental pepper. Kind of a little spicy little ornamental pepper. That's what we're going to call it. Next on our list is the Sweet Long. Sweet Long did exceptionally well for me. Within this Sweet Long packet, there is Corno di Toro and Sweet Banana. So the Sweet Banana is the variety that did the best for me. I was able to harvest and preserve and freeze probably 2 or 3 bags of banana peppers. So yeah, they did well for me. Again, that's the Sweet Long. Next we have the Keystone Resistant Giant. And I told myself this year I wasn't going to plant too many bell peppers. But as you can see, I do have quite a few bell peppers on the list here. And let's see, this is our Keystone Giant. I think those seeds did pretty well. So I'm only going to put 1 of each one of those in the cell. I don't think I have too many of those either. And then last but not least, we have Shishitos. Shishitos were, out of every pepper in my garden, the most prolific. Shishito peppers are great when they're still green. I pick them off the plant when they reach a nice size, and I fry them with a little bit of olive oil and garlic. And man, oh man, that is like the best. And as you can tell, I get my seeds from a variety of vendors, some of them from big box stores. I really don't have a preferred location at this time. So I just kind of get my seeds from wherever. And now that we have everything planted, I'm going to go through and I'm going to cover everything up. I do have 2 more cells on this side that have some soil in them, but I haven't decided what else I would like to add to my sweet pepper section. I did start my hot peppers about a week or 2 ago. So yeah, this is my sweet peppers. Sweet peppers don't take as long to reach their size as the hot peppers do. So I decided to wait a little bit on these so I won't have hopefully as many issues as I did last year as far as germinating and fungus gnats and everything like that. I don't boil my soil like some people do. If I do get fungus gnats, I do have, what's it called? I purchased it on Amazon, and it's like a granule that you can add to the water and it kills the fungus gnats. So I do have that. And if by some chance that we do get aphids this year, I do have some diatomaceous earth, and I have some soap, some insecticidal soap. But I am hoping that it won't come to having to use either one of those. I'm not per se organic, but I just don't like using anything additional in my garden or in my indoor seed area or my garden that I don't need to use. Everything's a chemical, they say. But the least amount of chemicals that I can use in life, the better for me. And once I get these all covered up, I do not own a heat mat. And I know a lot of people use heat mats for germination. Peppers like for the soil to stay warm. But what I do is I take the whole tray and I put it on the floor next to the heating register. And that way, each time the heat turns on, it warms up the soil. And our house stays about 65 to 70 degrees depending on the time and day. But we don't dip below that, so the peppers should be good. I'll just have to decide what will be the last 2 peppers that I'll be putting here. And we'll just probably go from there. But yeah, everything looks good. The tray is fully watered in and moist. So I don't need to water until we get a little bit of germination here. Uh-oh, I lost the seed on the table. All pepper seeds look alike, so there's no way or any clue that I would have what that pepper seed is. But yeah, we've got everything all set, and hopefully we'll have some germination in 7 to 10 days. Some peppers do take a little bit longer, so 2 to 3 weeks even. So I hope you guys liked my little video here of the seeds that I'm starting. Please like, please subscribe, and join me on my journey. Thank you.